In today's KD Club class, I'm going to answer one of my most asked questions. So people who are brand new to fashion but are super excited to get started, their most asked question is, where do I get my fabrics? How much should they be? And what should I use for my startup kit? I'm going to talk you through a couple of different fabrics that I think you can purchase quite easily from a fabric shop. The joy about now is that fabric shops are all online. You can get a variety of fabric, lots of different weights, heavy fabrics, lightweight fabrics. But when you open that webpage, that can seem a little bit daunting. So I'm going to give you a couple of fabrics that I think you should get started with. So I'm going to start with a really easy one. We've got obviously pattern fabrics and plain fabrics. That's completely your choice. That's where you can get super creative. And I'm going to start with a plain basic cotton. Now, a basic cotton means it has no stretch to it and it's really simple and easy to cut, to then mark up with our tailor's chalk and then to put it through the sewing machine. Now, because it has no stretch to it, there's certain styles that I wouldn't suggest, like maybe a tight fitting bodycon dress. That will be absolutely dreadful in a cotton, but this will be great for one of our circle skirts. So our circle skirt pattern, I would suggest going for a really lovely lightweight cotton. Perfect for spring, perfect for summer, something you can wear to an occasion or just wear around the house, but really great to get started. As you can see to the side here, I am starting what I think everybody should have is a little fabric sketchbook. So I'm going to cut off a little corner here because I really love this polka dot. And I'm keeping a little swatch here in my scrapbook. And then I'm going to write down how much it cost. And maybe I could write a little note which was like, I really enjoyed working with this, or oh my gosh, never use this again. The sewing machine, didn't like it. So I'm going to pop it on there like that. I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape and I'm going to put it on there. So this is a polka dot cotton. Now, as we go on our little fashion journey together, what I think the more notes you pop into your scrapbook, the better it's going to be. Because as I say, when you go into that website or into that shop and you see all of these beautiful fabrics, we sort of have to try and remember what was easy to sew with and what was a really great price. So I'm going to write in cotton and it was £6 a metre. I'll come on to that in a minute, and I'm going to say great to sew with. And this is my little scrapbook. So if we look at our individual classes, on each class, it will tell you how many metres of fabric you need. Now, we're going to go a little bit over that just to give you a bit of wiggle room if there's any mistakes, but on each class, we will recommend how much fabric that you will need, so you don't need to overbuy. So we've got our cottons, then we've got neoprenes. If you are a KD customer, you will know that we love neoprene. Neoprene gives you lots of structure, it gives you lots of shape, and it has a good stretch to it. So if I open this out, you can see it has a really great stretch. So these are perfect for circle skirts. They'd be amazing for the dolls' dresses. They're perfect for the bag class because we get lots of nice structure. It's quite straightforward to sew because it's quite thick and it's really super easy to cut. So if you look up back on our kit class, you will see that I talked about serrated scissors. And I'll show you the difference on the neoprene. So we're going to cut along like that. So that's really easy. And then you can see with our straight scissors, you can cut like that. And if I just show you when I open this out, you can see it doesn't fray. Now, certain fabrics like chiffons or silks or taffetas, they can fray. That means all of the threads start to come away and that can give you a bit of an untidy finish. But the joy about neoprene is you could cut a circle skirt, attach your waistband and leave it without a hem because that's going to be your hem. I mean, obviously you can finish it, but that's just a little great, easy, quick trick to get started. Denims. Love denim. Maybe you're thinking about customising a pair of jeans or a denim jacket. Maybe you're thinking about turning a denim jacket into a cushion cover. If we open out this denim, this is what I was talking about earlier. You can see that this one frays, but it's quite cool. It gives a really nice effect. This has got a slight stretch to it. I would consider using a non-stretch denim. Maybe you want to make our little bag, which would be super cool. I would consider using a non-stretch denim. Very easy to sew, very easy and straightforward. So finally, we're going into some more KD style fabrics. This is gorgeous. This is a glitter fabric. and it has an absolutely beautiful drape to it. If you're thinking about maybe making one of our drape tops, this would be a standout. And maybe you've got a special occasion coming up and you're thinking, I want to spend a little bit more money on my fabric. This fabric is about £13 to £15 a metre. And I think in our drape tops, you need approximately 2 metres. But say you wanted to make something that you think everybody's going to love and everybody's going to ask you where you got it from and you're going to be able to say you made it. I would think about spending a little bit more on something that I was going to use for an occasion. So these fabrics, super gorgeous, super standout, would make a great bikini cover up as well. But just the joy about you being able to say you made this yourself. So invest in fabrics that you think are going to be more for an occasion. And then also once you feel a little bit more confident on the sewing machine, then start spending a little bit more money on your fabrics. But while you're learning, we're going to keep it to sort of £5 to £6 a metre on maybe non-stretch denims, on cottons. But I'm a huge fan of glitter, obviously. So I would spend a little bit more on something a little bit more fancy. Just to pick up briefly, this fabric has no sequins on it. So if you're a huge fan of KD and you think you want to get into sequins, sequins are notoriously difficult to sew on a sewing machine, especially on a domestic home sewing machine. So I would preferably go for something which is more of a glitter, so it's a flat texture rather than a sequin. So this is going to be really easy for you to sew. Like if I fold that there, and I was going to put that through my sewing machine, I'm going to find that really straightforward to sew. Equally, really straightforward to mark off with our pins as well. Sequins, again, are quite difficult to get pins right the way through. So I am going to make that really nice and easy. And I would literally sew straight along there on my sewing machine. So yeah, definitely try glitter versus a sequin. And then finally, we're going to look at something which does have a little bit more stretch to it. This could be a lycra, a jersey, or this is a stretch crepe. So we can see here, this is a KD stretch crepe. You want to be looking at paying around £4 to £5 a metre for this. You don't want to be paying too much more. And what I think with the good thing about stretch crepe is when you look on your online shop, you will see all of the little colour boxes, and that colour is basically what you're going to get when it's delivered. So you'll see there's maybe reds, greens, blues, purples. The joy about it being a flat fabric like this is it's not going to come up and be one colour when it arrives. So maybe you're trying to match it to a hat or you want to match some shoes. This fabric is pretty much what you're going to get. And what you see on the website, what you get delivered is going to be the exact same. So we've got stretch crepes, we talk glitters, we talk cottons, denims. These are great and really affordable fabrics for you to be able to purchase to try out on your sewing machine. If you're feeling completely like, oh, I don't even know where to start, I would think maybe just go for a basic white cotton. And all you have to concentrate about is getting your technique absolutely perfect. Then once you're a little bit more confident, we can use glitters and stretches. The whole point about it is to have fun. But do keep, as you go along, keep little swatches. Maybe you're going into a fabric shop, they will give you little tiny swatches like this for you to keep. So if you're not 100% sure when you visit your fabric shop, they'll give you little swatches. Remember to put them into your scrapbook and you can keep them and you know where you bought it, how much it was, and whether you actually like the fabric. So I can't wait to see what different fabrics you get, what you create. Make sure to share them. I can't wait to see how our journey develops.